Okay, so everyone's talking about AI in real estate, right? There's just this constant buzz. But what does it actually mean for you day to day? Is this something that's going to replace you, or is it a tool that could completely change the game? Well, let's cut through the noise and figure it out. Let's just start with a number, a big one. According to the folks we're looking at today, top agents are already saving over 10 hours every single week using AI. I mean, think about that, 10 hours. What could you do with an extra 10 hours? That's a whole workday handed back to you every single week. And that idea of getting time back leads us right into this quote from industry expert Rajiv Sajja. He says, AI can make you more human, not less. And this is so important. The whole point isn't to turn you into a robot. It's to use the tech to free you up so you can be an even better human advisor for your clients.
And that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? There's a ton of hype out there and, frankly, a lot of fear. So let's take a minute to separate that fear from what's actually helpful, right here, right now.
This is the big one, the elephant in the room. It's the question every single agent is thinking about. So let's just tackle it head on. Is your career about to be replaced by a couple of algorithms?
Look, this is how we need to start thinking about this whole thing. The hype, the scary stuff says AI will replace you. But the reality? It's here to empower you. The fear is that automation is the enemy, but you know what? It's really your new superpowered assistant. And that idea that technology creates distance? No way. It actually creates more time for real, genuine human connection.
So, if AI is going to be your new assistant, how do you become a good boss? That's a great way to think about it. And that's where this next idea comes in. We need to talk about what it means to be an AI-fluent agent.
And listen, this isn't just another buzzword to throw around. This is a new professional standard. Being AI fluent means you know how to actually use these tools in a practical way. You're not just, aware they exist. You're actively using them to automate the boring stuff, to analyze data in ways you never could before, and to communicate better with your clients. This fluency, this is the new competitive edge.
And that right there is the key. It's the big mindset shift. Knowing about AI, that's not enough anymore. Real fluency comes from putting it into practice, making these tools part of your daily workflow, part of how you run your business, starting today.
But this change doesn't just fall on you, the individual agent. For this to really work, brokerages and team leaders, they need a whole new playbook to lead everyone into this new era.
And our source material says that Playbook has 4 key steps. First, brokers need to totally reinvent their value proposition. They have to build systems that actually support all this new efficiency. They need to invest in practical AI tools, not just the shiny objects. And maybe most important of all, they have to champion this culture of AI fluency from the very top.
And we're not talking about some far-off future. This stuff is here, and it's getting better every single day. The source material points to things like RealScout's new AI product and the incredible new image capabilities coming out of platforms like Gemini. The technology is being built for our industry as we speak.
Okay, so after all this talk about technology, data, and automation, this brings us to what is, honestly, the most important point of this entire explainer. What is your ultimate unbeatable advantage? It's your human moat. Think of it like this. It's actually pretty simple. Technology's job is to handle the tasks. The paperwork, the data crunching, all those repetitive follow-ups. And that frees you up to do the one thing that technology can never, ever do. You build the trust. You handle the emotions, you give the advice, and you build the relationships that are the absolute bedrock of this business. So when you boil it all down, it comes back to this one single powerful idea. Humanity, not automation, is still your moat. A moat is what protects a castle. In your business, your ability to be a trusted, empathetic human advisor, that's the one defense that no piece of tech will ever get past. So we end right where we started. AI can give you back those 10+ hours a week. So the only real question left is, what are you going to do with them? Are you just going to fill them with more tasks? Or are you going to use that time to build deeper relationships, to listen better, and to double down on the one thing that truly makes you irreplaceable? How will you use technology to be more human?